This week, Kirsten Sinema, Arizona senator, and answer to the question, what if your politics also got menopause? Explained why she's against reforming the filibuster. Listen to, though, how she frames this.
To those who say we must make a choice between the filibuster and X, I say this is a false choice. The reality is that when you have a system that's not working effectively, and I would think that most would agree that the Senate's not a particularly well-oiled machine, right? The way to fix that is to change your behavior, not to eliminate the rules or change the rules, but to change your behavior.
Okay, so change your behavior, she says, don't change the rules. If a system isn't working, you just have to change. I said this on the day.
What the Senate is?
Yeah. Yeah, she knows exactly where she works. She said in this same appearance that she understands that the Senate isn't very functional, but then we just have to change our behavior to make it functional. Well, it's not functional because of the filibuster. I said this on the Daily Zeitgeist. It bears repeating. What she's saying is the equivalent of saying, look, if you think the criminal justice system is biased and unfairly targets Black people, don't change it. Just change your skin color. Okay? Yeah. Simple. Change your behavior. You're acting like the criminal. Like, this is the world. Okay. So then she gets asked by someone in the press person in the audience, basically like, okay, but do you understand the Jim Crow legacy of the filibuster? And here's her not hearing that at all.
A lot of folks say that the filibuster is a relic of the Jim Crow era. And my sense is you don't support those things from the Jim Crow era, so why would you support the filibuster?
Well, the filibuster was not created as a tool to accomplish one thing or another. It was created as a tool to bring together members of different parties to find compromise and coalition.
So just a little bit of a fact check. First of all, she completely didn't hear him. I know it was hard to hear for us, but he said, look, don't you know that the filibuster has roots in Jim Crow? And she's just like, nope. I'm not. And then she goes on to talk about the founding fathers. Well, the founding fathers actually didn't have the filibuster in mind to do this, right? It was like a minimal little like parliamentarian step that was like, maybe it'll be easier if we just, end debate on it with with 60 votes instead of a simple majority. And then it got bastardized.
Well, yeah, I also read a while back when I was really trying to, I've always known what a filibuster was. It's like you just talk to just like destroy any legislation you're trying to pass. But like, I was always like, why would you, who even thought of such a thing? Turns out they didn't. It like happened by accident. They just like forgot to like come up with something to be like, okay, and this is how we end.
Yeah, they forgot to put like, when you create a calendar event and then you forget to put an end date, and you're like,
it goes on forever.
Yeah, you're like, I haven't done that show in years or whatever. That's what it is. Or like, that's not my, whatever you have in your goddamn calendar. That's what it's like. They didn't put an end date to the filibuster, but I want to read two things. One is from Vox, just in case there was any questions about what the origin of the filibuster is. Two political scientists, Sarah Binder and Stephen Smith, identified every bill between 1917 and 1994 that they believe failed purely because of the filibuster. Among them, half were civil rights bills, including anti-lynching bills proposed in 1922 and 1935. And actually, only a few years ago, I believe Rand Paul voted against an anti-lynching bill and filibustered it because some bullshit about it being used in the wrong way. Because sometimes lynching is good. What? Like, this is eventually passed. What? Okay, this is from the Washington Post. Foremost among filibustering senators in the 19th century were the pro-slavery faction led by John C. Calhoun of South Carolina, who exploited the Senate's lax rules of debate to block measures that threatened Southern white landowners' ability to depend on slave labor. So it has absolutely been used to uphold Jim Crow, to uphold segregation and second-class citizenship. I fucking hate the Senate, Anna. I just...
Oh, really?
I don't like the Senate.
But they're doing such great work and truly saying things that make no sense, like Kirsten Sinema. Because I don't know, what do you think her deal is? Do you think she's aware of what she's saying, or she just doesn't give a fuck?
I mean, I think it's very much gloves off this week with both of those things, with Manchin coming out with the op-ed that's basically like, no, I'm going to be beholden to Republicans.
Yeah.
And Kirsten Sinema saying, no, there's no way we're reforming the filibuster. They're like, they've decided a long time ago they're going to work for their donors.
Yeah.
And whoever those, like whether it's the fossil fuel industry, whether it's, Amazon is huge in Arizona. I don't even want to know, like the opensecrets.org shit that there's going to be about the amount of money that Sinema's campaign got from Bezos. Ugh. Which, by the way, subscribe on Twitch, dude. Divert those Bezos bucks to us and to Anna every Tuesday.
Love Bezos bucks, guys. Come on, guys. I'm really trying to pull myself up in my bootstraps and become a billionaire off Twitch. So just hit me up.
Hey, thanks so much for watching the Bitchuation Room podcast live stream. And while you're here, why don't you just subscribe to this channel? I promise it'll be good.